Hi there, YouTube. I thought I'll record this video. I don't have any specific topic on mind. Just walking in nature and about to yap about something. Um, Lately, I've been on a journey to discover my inner purpose, something that I've been really trying to discover for a very long time. Um, we often think that it happens like once and then you discover your purpose and then you start doing it. But what I'm seeing recently is it's a continuous journey of self discovery and challenging yourself. As you all know, I've been very passionate about child development and how we are able to help kids discover their own passions and develop their own journey in life. But what I see today in society is this concept of self-discovery, of following your passion, discovering your passion day by day, following up with it, and discovering your true desires in life and what you are capable of, finding peace with your past, finding your future self, developing your future self. All that is not really a topic in society. Like, no one actually discusses it in a broad sense. Our schools never discuss it, and definitely our children are not knowing about it, right? Now, I still don't have children, but from what I see in society, it's something that is occulted. People think that we just pick a random career and then we walk into it. And it's very sad, especially when you look at children today. They're faced with so many problems. The lack of jobs, the lack of careers. Everyone is doing the same thing as someone else, and there's no uniqueness, right? We're not embracing the difference. On this uh, journey of mine, trying to research and know more about autism, know more about child developmental delays, why it's happening, how we can help kids overcome child child developmental delays, and help families basically to help their kids overcome them. I've seen that there's a social problem, there's a social disease that is also spreading, and it's affecting child development. And this social disease is basically affecting everyone, including children, by the lack of curiosity, the lack of embracing your randomness, embracing your differences, trying something new, and this standard of society that everyone should be the same. It's bringing a lot of problems, especially for kids, and especially for kids who are vulnerable, right? Kids who have autism, kids who have certain delays, maybe speech delay, etc. These kids are going to be affected the most by it, because once they are seeing themselves excluded and in a society that doesn't embrace the differences, they don't basically appreciate that each child is unique. And we see that because our social structure is just embracing the same things, right? We go to school, we go to the university, we pick a job, and you know the cycle, right? Get married, get kids, and hopefully you will stay married and have the kids. But there's a deep thing that we're not acknowledging, and that is the inner purpose, our inner light that is within us. And the kids who are just developing, who are not tapping into that inner self, are going to face a lot of problems, especially if they are vulnerable, if they have certain delays in their development. But I believe that all kids will have this going forward. The future, I'm not pessimistic about it, but we have to act. We have to act as brothers and sisters. We have to act as parents. We have a generation to save. We have these kids to save because it's not going to get any better. Suicide rates are skyrocketing. Depression is skyrocketing. Failure to find career paths is skyrocketing. The rise of AI is happening. Individuality is not being embraced. Uniqueness is not being embraced. And what we are facing is basically the destruction of humanity and the embraces, the fruition of basically static, robotic emergence of what we call humans now. And everyone is doing the same thing. As I said, I don't have any specific topic to talk about, but it's just like a call for action to just follow this uniqueness that is within us. Because the moment that we start tapping into our deep inner self, we start looking into our past, we make peace with our past, we start embracing this future self that we want to aim towards, and embracing change. With autism, there's so many people who are basically saying that we shouldn't embrace change, that we just have to accept things as they are, and those kids, like, they will change at their own pace. But they're not acknowledging that it's not only these children who have problem with change, it's the whole society that has problem with change. It's the schools who have problems with change. It's university, it's the social structure, it's the culture that is degrading. And the moment we embrace change and we start looking at individuality as not being the static form, but more malleable, something that changes with time. My past self is not me today. And the same should be for you. We should be continuously changing. You, 1 month from now, should be very different from today. So we have to embrace this change. We have to start looking into our future in the brightest sense. Because if kids are not, or children, if they are not seeing this happen around them, they will basically fall behind and they will not be able to progress forward and discover their self. So this would apply for any child, not only for kids who are vulnerable. And for kids who are vulnerable, who have autism or speech delay or any type of developmental delay, global developmental delay, or any health problem even, they shouldn't feel like victims. Because the moment they start thinking about themselves as victims, that's when they will become that thing that they're attracting. We do not reach our goals, we reach our standards, right? Our goals is just something that drives us forward. As for the standards that we set for ourselves, that's who we become. If I am saying that I am autistic, that's my standard, right? Autism is my standard. If I say I have ADHD, then ADHD is my standard. But once I set higher standards for myself and start embracing change and something new, I start embracing hope, then I start setting a higher standard. And for children to surround themselves with individuals who embrace change, who embrace hope, it's very, very important. Because kids who have autism, kids who have all sorts of health problems maybe, are surrounded currently mainly by individuals who are hopeless. And uh, it's sad because society doesn't maybe know what we can do to help, and they are maybe ignorant about the potential problems that we can solve, whether it's autism or helping kids who have seizures, ADHD, maybe speech delay, all these problems, because they've been taught a certain narrative. But we have to start dreaming bigger, because that bigger dream is that goal that we have. And that goal that we have should be so big. It doesn't matter if we reach it or not, but we just have to set it so big. So, for example, my goal is 1 year from now, I want to have 1 million subscribers and help thousands of families. I want to help 1,000 family a year from now. That's a goal. I might reach it, I might not reach it, but it's something that I can dream towards. As for my standards, is I know I can help families, I know I can help kids, and I know families can help their children. That's my standard that I set. So for families, for example, that I'm working with, I will help them increase their standard. So families might say that, oh, my child is just autistic, I cannot do anything. I work with them to uplift that standard, right? And start dreaming with them a bigger dream so they can start driving their own energy and changing the energy around the child, so we can embrace change, so we can create development. Development is not something that happens one time and it stops. Development is continuously happening. Whether you are 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, 20, whatever, you're always developing. And our development depends on our environment. The moment that we start changing the environment, changing the culture, and embracing new standards, embracing new goals, starting to dream and visualize and start seeing hope, we start, like, the universe will start rewarding us with the knowledge, with the wisdom that is going to help us. So, for example, if the families that I work with didn't see that hope, they didn't see that light, and they thought that everything that I'm talking about is BS, they wouldn't have joined me and they wouldn't have embarked on that journey to see the change. So we have to, first of all, believe it in ourselves. And that belief will help children, will help our environment so much. I do believe that society is capable, or we are capable of bringing change, but we cannot force it, right? We have to bring it in ourselves first. And I'm not saying I'm perfect in my own journey. I'm still learning every day. And as I'm saying, I'm still progressively working on improving my vision and my purpose, continuously making it clearer and working on my future self. The same thing that we have to do with these children. We have to place a very big goal in front of them and not let a label limit who they truly are from the inside. A label does not define the child. A label is just a label. And it's not a standard. It shouldn't be a standard. And the moment that we see that, we start having hope, and children will start seeing hope. And we start working on the important things that will drive change.